successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At cprfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at cprfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us. I was running a little late today, but I'm here. Tonight we're going to discuss the video that everybody was kind of looking at. It come out of Syracuse, New York, with an 11-year-old black girl. And then we're going to look at Drake. Drake has filed a lawsuit. We're going to look at part of that lawsuit and everything. So just, we're going to be with y'all. And I was sending a message in the middle of this. So let me finish my message. But while y'all coming on in, I hope y'all day was good. I'm sending a message to a supplier. Just give me a second. And when I say supplier, I'm talking about food, baking goods. I'm not talking about nothing else. Not me. Oh man, not me. All right. So, I ran over time a little bit because I went and picked up my little girl. And I had to go after school and take care of some business because they got a little competition coming, so I had to pay some fees with that. Then I went over, I had to switch our cars out because I took my wife's car this morning. I had to be there for 7 at the dealership to do the oil change and stuff like that. So brought my wife's car back too. We swapped our cars, whatever. And then I was up there, talking with her, and then she said, "Can you give me some fruit? Because, man, I just really need some fruit." And so I went to the store to get her some fruit, and we went back talking. I said, "Oh, shoot, man, time ticking. Let me hurry up and get back home." So that's what little what that is. Just got caught up over there. But like I say, we here. So, you say hello there? Yeah. I know I'm running late, but it's fine. We here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's. I won't take too much of your time tonight, so let's go ahead on and get into it. Let's get into it right now because we're not gonna go through the normal stuff we normally go through. There was an 11-year-old black girl, and she was walking with her friends, and the race soldiers pulled up on her, talking about she fit the description. They love to say that about black people, that we fit the description. I'm like, what do you fit the description of? Because I can think of 1,000 things you fit the description of, but you know, white kids don't have to worry about fitting the description. You ever notice that? Like, how many videos have you seen of white kids being traumatized by these, you know, race soldiers? You don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play the video and let y'all see that. Then we'll play a news report that goes after that. The news report, to me, really got on my nerves. But let's go ahead and let you see the first video, then we get into the second one.
Walk home from school.
Oh, wrong one. This one.
Wait, I'm actually so confused. I'm scared. There's another one right there. I'm staying with her. I don't care about what your dad says. Y'all can go. Y'all can. You guys can keep going. No, I gotta stay with her. This is my sister. Yes. We can't just leave her. It's my sister cousin. We're related. We're coming from school. We were literally all just playing in the yard.
Okay, well, like I just said, you're just being detained right now because you're not in the description.
I'm okay.
So we're wearing the exact same thing you're wearing.
They stole what?
Car.
Oh.
She can't drive. What do you mean? Most kids can't drive and they're still out here stealing.
It's racism. It's not her. I promise. We have. That's not her. Wait, can I get her phone and stuff?
Everything's gonna be okay.
I know. Let me get her phone. What's her password?
Here, we're gonna keep it with her so she can call her parents. Okay?
No, I'm gonna call her mom for her. What's your password?
No, we're gonna keep it with her so she can call her parents.
Her
All right?
mom's not gonna want it. Wait.
Control 23912.
What's your password?
You're gonna lie and tell me that's not you?
I promise you. Look at her shoes are white. Her shoes do not have no pink around it.
You can't see. Listen, it is what it is. If you're honest, it'll make it easy.
0909 20 0920.
It's not her.
See, always trying to lie.
All right, I'm gonna undo your handcuffs now. Okay, you want me to grab your backpack forward?
This is crazy. Okay. This is okay, Lyric. It's alright. Like, this is really like crazy. Like, this is so crazy.
I mean, I'm sorry. You can see how they could match that description. Like,
The braids are way longer. That's two different heights. Y'all can see that she has pink shoes. The other girl had white shoes on, they were probably Air Forces. Come here. You want to call your mom? Here. Let's go.
you guys are twins, all right?
They're not.
If it is you, it's white and well today.
Let's see. This girl's got hair down to her ass, and that's what, like, otherwise, like, those pants, I just watched the video, like, you guys are all, like, identical. It's nuts.
I mean, I'm sorry. We're actually the description pretty clearly.
Okay, let's go, guys.
We're good to go, okay? I'm sorry.
All right, so let me go on and play the news clip now. Let's cue that up.
Interrupted by Onondaga County Sheriff's deputies.
Wait, I'm actually so confused. I'm scared.
A young girl starts recording after two deputies place her 11-year-old cousin in handcuffs.
You guys can keep going.
No, I gotta stay with her.
The deputies explain that this girl matches the description for a young person who allegedly stole a Kia.
Those are painful pants.
Pink J, exact same description.
Yeah.
The children repeatedly tell the deputies that they have the wrong girl. They're ignored.
Girl, you gonna tell me this ain't you?
The deputies insist that the 11-year-old girl in handcuffs is lying, showing them a photo of the suspect. When other deputies arrive and the reality of the situation sets in, she starts crying.
That's not her. Wait, can I?
This child's mother, agreeing to speak to the I-Team anonymously, is beside herself.
She no longer wants to walk to and from school anymore. That was the only freedom she had, and it's now gone.
Eventually, the deputies realize the girl they placed in handcuffs is not their suspect. One of the deputies seems to say that the alleged car thief they're looking for has longer hair.
I'm sorry, Mom. You matched the description pretty clearly.
Okay, let's go, guys.
We're good to go, okay? I'm sorry.
Mom is not accepting the apology.
I can't make sense of it. I couldn't even finish watching the video. Even if it wasn't my child, I wouldn't be able to finish watching the video because that's not how you handle children.
Late this evening, the sheriff's office released a statement saying that Sheriff Tovey Shelley met with the mother this afternoon. He described it as a productive meeting. They also clarified that the deputies, in their opinion, did everything by the book, saying that they are within their right with certain provisions to be able to put juveniles in handcuffs. We've reached back out to see whether or not there was actually a formal apology, as that was not clarified in their statement.
All right. Now, when it comes to our children, right? And I don't believe in letting our children just walk everywhere for a lot of reasons. That's one of them, letting our children just walk in places. And you may say, well, the white kids walk and this kid walk and that kid walk. Well, as long as you live in America, it's a different system for us. Is it right? No, it's not right. Until that system changes, until this system is, replaced. With a system of equality, a system of justice, a system of just what's right. Until then, this is how you gotta kind of move. Now, of course, you don't want to subject your kids to this system. Then you do have other options. I'm talking about those who want to do that. But reality speaking. That video was very upsetting. Like I said, she's 11. I have a 10-year-old. I'll be so furious if I saw a video of my little girl in handcuffs and saying that she fit the description of somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? And what makes me upset by this video, so about not last week, but week before last, on our very first live stream that we done on the African Diaspora News Channel app. And you don't want to miss those live streams. We were doing one Friday. This Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. All our Friday live streams will be on the app. And we're going to be talking about a couple of figures and revisiting the Jasmine Crockett thing too. So make sure you be there because you don't want to miss out on those Friday live streams. Download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Then you can click Create Account, and you can choose monthly, quarterly, or yearly, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out of the exclusive live streams. All right, so we had on the app, when we did the live stream, we were showing some police videos. And this one particular police video that we shown, there was this white guy, and he had ended up taking the life of a homeless white guy, and he dismembered him. And his parents told the police that he did it. When the police pulled up, they didn't pull up on him with guns drawn, none of that. Those of you who were there, you saw the video. They were talking to him like they said he stole a piece of gum or something. That's the way they were talking to him. And this dude admitted to him, I know who the guy is. I chopped him up. He's over there. You want to go see it. And then when he said that, they didn't draw their guns. They didn't get, antsy. They didn't get nervous. None of that. This dude was so nice. I said, okay, well, we're going to put you in handcuffs just to kind of see what's going on. And then the female cop literally was talking to him like no big deal. Like he didn't even do anything. And then they finally go over there and investigate over in the area where he said that the body parts were, and they found it. And I'm sitting up here like, are you serious right now? So when it comes to a white guy that chopped up somebody, they just cool, nonchalant, okay, well, this is what we're going to have to do, and just being so nice to him. But a little girl who fit the description, you have her, 11 years old, in handcuffs. In the snow. You didn't have to put no handcuffs on that child. You could just, ask questions or whatever, verify her location. Because really all you need to do is verify her location. If she was at school, You call the school and say, hey, you know, was this student at school today, XYZ? They all said she was at school. You just verifying her whereabouts. Okay, clearly she's not the suspect because we called the school. Like, what was she going to do with y'all? That's what I'm talking about. When Connor and them go air out the movie theater, go air out the school and all of that, they don't even be acting that way with Connor and them. They go air out the thing, they can surrender, and they take him in like, oh, you know, even after he has Connor had the bloodbath in a school. And they just arrest him like he stole something out of Walmart, shoplifting. That's how they arrest him. And they traumatized this little girl. That's traumatizing. And then you wonder when what if that little girl gonna be the next grassroots activist? Incidents like that creates grassroots activists. Folks, why you guys always talking about race? Why you guys doing this and that and the third? That video right there is why we talk about race. Because we can clearly see 11-year-old white girls are not fitting the description. That's why. Black boys fit the description, but not little white boys. All the school shooters that we have seen has not been black boys as a norm. But let a black boy have some behavior issues in the school, and they will treat him worse than how they'll handle him. But Connor can go shoot up the school, and they're going to arrest him like, oh, well, you know, that sort of thing. I said a long time ago, they really, you know, back in the day when the first black policeman, if you do the research, the black policeman was there to patrol the black community. I really believe we should go back to that, just to be honest with you. I think we should go back to that. The black police patrol the black community. Let the folks go patrol their community. Let the Asians patrol theirs. Let the Hispanics patrol theirs. That way you take away the racial aspect of it and all of that, right? I think the people that police in your community need to look like you. I'm not saying because a person look like you, they got your best interest at heart. That's not what I'm saying. Because a person that look like you doesn't mean they're a good person. That's not what I'm saying. But it removes the racial element out of it, right? But I remember some years ago, the Dallas police chief, he took some heat over this too. He was telling black people, hey, you know, if you want to become police officers, you can come, we'll hire you, we'll train you, and we'll send you to your community to police your community. And he took heat for saying that, telling black people to come be police officers, they'll train them and put them back in the black community patrol. Because I'm going to tell you this, these people don't want black people to control their community, whether it's law enforcement, whether we own all the property in our community, we own the grocery store, we own the gas station, we have our own private school, whether it's a charter school or private institution. They don't want us to own our own stuff. They don't. And the reason why they don't want us to patrol our community, to own anything, is because it's about control. You have to understand, he or she who owns controls. That's why ownership is key. Ownership is key. If you don't own anything, then you're not in control. The person who owns it is in control. Even if they're allowing you to use it, they're still in control. Prime example, you go buy a house or a car. If you're paying a mortgage, it's still not yours. You say it's my house. It's not really your house. It's the bank's house until you pay off that mortgage and get the title in your hand. Then it's your house at that point. With a car, yeah, my car, yeah, stop paying payments. You see who owns that car real quick. Because the bank will come take that car. The bank owns that car until you pay them back. So the key is ownership. But when we patrol our own community, we don't have a lot of shenanigans. We don't have the crime. You remember with, what was his name? Darren Wilson? You know, that cop, the race soldier that took the life of Michael Brown? When he first started, he said he wanted to go work in the black community because that's what the action is. It's not that the action's in the black community. Y'all go create calamity. Y'all patrolling the black community all day long, yet how come black people got crime? You would think higher police presence, no crime. So really what it is, the police presence is facilitating crime. How many stories we covered over the years, these police out here dealing drugs or working for different drug dealers, robbing drug dealers, right? Some of these police out here is, like, what's it, Daniel Holtzclaw up here being predators against black women in these neighborhoods. They doing all kind of things in these neighborhoods all the time. Why you want to be in a community that's not your own? Shouldn't you want to be in your own community where you understand everybody? Right? I've been said that a long time ago when I used to really be on this stuff about the police. You understand? But that's just so sickening. And I guess, I always tell y'all, the older I get, the less tolerant I am of their racism, the less tolerant I am of their system. And that's why we got to have new people come up and new people, get in the fight, get in the fray that want to deal with those issues and problems, right? Because I tell y'all what, I'm not going to be dealing with the issues and all these issues and problems all my life. I've been saying that. I want to have my time to be chilling, peace, and using my peace and not being around them. Nothing against them, as a whole, but I just understand the anti-black racism that's in the culture, and I just don't like to be around it. I'm more at peace when I'm not around it, just be honest with you. But it's sad. It's sad that our children can't walk down the doggone street. That's the sad part, and that's a very, very upsetting. So we look at it and say, okay, what do we do about it? What we do about it? Well, New York is a liberal state. New York has sanctuary cities. And that's when you hear me harping about sanctuary cities, I think that's number one, discrimination and extremely offensive, because black people don't have a single city they can go to have sanctuary from, law enforcement or whoever. We don't have a single city. But our black children, look, you got migrants walking around here who are literally here illegally, and the police ain't running up on them. They leave them alone. Now, when Trump get in here in the next 2 days, that'll be a different story. And we can't wait to cover them stories. But as of right now, with Biden still in, they can be here. We're not having them. You fit the description. Notice they'll run up on the migrants and say they fit the description of anything, right? Have you noticed that? They never fit the description. There's only our people that fit a description. Our people being mass incarcerated. You have to understand. You say, well, you may say, well, how do you do that to a child? Because they don't look at her as a child. They look at her as an enemy combatant. You understand? They only look at their children as children, not our little girls, not our little boys. You say, well, she's 11. To them, it don't matter. She's not worth anything to them. She's worth something to us. And then when I talk to, the different people that I work with and things like that, let's say like in the African continent, they look at these stories and say, I don't see how that even go down like that. Because, man, it would be a riot over here. We see, they didn't do nothing, but if they'd have done something, it'd have been a problem. I promise you it'd have been a problem. But they didn't. They detained her. They should not even done that, traumatizing that child. But they didn't, they didn't do nothing I would say that's harmful other than mentally. But sometimes mental harm is worse than physical harm. Because at least physically you can heal up from a bruise or whatever, a broken bone, but mentally you may hold that for years. So now you don't know what this little girl gonna turn into. Is she gonna be afraid or whatever? See, little white girls at 11 years old, they're not afraid of the cops. They're not worried about the cops running up on them saying they gotta fit a description of somebody who stole a car. They ain't have to worry about that. Yeah, the little white kids are free. They don't worry about that. They'll come up to the policeman and talk to them. When they go into court, oh, well, I'm going to give them a chance. That's how they are with their own. But when it comes to black folk, oh, no, because they look at us as an enemy combatant because they have anti-black racism as their culture. That's why I say they can never really give us justice like talking about. You can plead big, you can do all that, but they never can do it because you can't do nothing when you taught to have anti-black racism in the culture in the household. And this is a global thing with them, because I covered a story about a woman from Ireland say that she was taught to distrust black people. She was taught that in her house. Okay. And she said she actually realized later down the line when she actually went to Africa that black people wasn't the problem. It's actually more so white people's the problem. But even we're not around, they're teaching their children to have an issue with black people. And we're not even around. There's a lot of places they live in America that's rural. And we're nowhere where they at, right? And they're still teaching their children distrust. And the reason I don't care what they teach their children, understand, I don't care, because I'm not really trying to go around their children like that or their community like that. And there are people that watch the show that may be a part of their community. Listen, if you are watching this show, then maybe you get it. If you don't get it, well, you gonna get it. Some of you may came over here because when I'm talking about the Democrats, right? Oh, you love when I'm railing against the Democrats. But you better believe at the end of the day, everything circles right back to racism, white supremacy for me. It always have, it always will. And if a black person is a Democrat and they're being wronged by the system, I don't care what their political affiliation is, they're still a black person in my community that I got to speak up for. We can talk about that politic crap later. But when it comes to something about my people, I'm going to speak up. So some of you Democrat shields, when I talked about Jasmine and you was noticing I was kind of defending her in a way against that Nancy Mace chick. Well, you said this about, yeah, I sure did say it about Democrats. What the hell that got to do with a black woman in the community? I can disagree all day about politics, but a black woman in my community, whether I disagree with her or not, we going to defend our community. Then we'll deal with that other stuff later. Just like you other groups. You other groups defend your people. You stick by your people and everything. You'll argue with each other later, but you defend your people. So that's the way I take it. I'm going to defend mine. Even if I disagree with them, I'm going to defend mine. I may not deal with them after I defend them, because I know some things they say don't get on my nerves, but one thing I'm not going to do is sit up here and let a black person be attacked and I have a platform to address it. No. It's called a code. You got to have a code of conduct. Even sometimes, listen, you having a code of conduct doesn't mean you only defend the people that you like. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do that, right? Now, yeah, the folks they are extremely obsessed with us. They can't leave us alone. Listen, I am thoroughly convinced. It's no matter where you go. When I went to the continent of Africa and I see how they go over there, I'm like, bro, we can't go nowhere. When they used to tell us to go back to Africa, the way they would talk is like, we ain't going nowhere near that place. Y'all need to get out of here and get away from us. If everybody went back to Africa tomorrow, they'll be on the plane with us, going right over there and say, well, I want to go where y'all going. I don't want to be over here. They always want to be around us. They say they can't stand us and everything else they do to us. But everywhere we go, if it's an app we own, they going to be there. If it's a YouTube, Facebook, they going to be there. If it's an event we're at, they're going to be there. If it's restaurants, if it's wherever, they're going to be there. And like I said, I told y'all, they can't stay out the continent of Africa. Oh, my Lord. They can't stay away from there. The only time that they was kept away is during the pandemic. And that killed them. They couldn't go over there. Because the African countries like, nah, nobody coming in here. Our people are here, but nobody are coming. They want a vacation down there. All that. They do not want to be in Europe. They don't. They do not want to be in Europe. Even the ones over here in the U.S., they don't want to be in Europe. Try like on vacation. They want to go to the Caribbean. They want to go to Africa. They want to go to Latin America. They want to go everywhere else where everybody else is at, but they don't be saying that's a gang of us go to the UK. That's a gang of us go to Iceland. Let's go to Norway. Let's go. Hey, that is the motherland for us. You know, we need to be there. We need to practice pan-Europeanism and you know, go back to the land of our ancestors. They don't talk like that. Boy, a lot of them don't. A lot of them do not like Europe like that. They really don't. They don't. I'm telling you what I seen. They don't. They want to be everywhere. They'll tell you to go back to Africa, but they there. They'll tell the Latinos speak English and go back to Mexico and wherever else. But then you get to Mexico, or at least when I was in Costa Rica, a gang of them is in Costa Rica showing up. They are showing up, but they'll tell them here speak English. But then they go into their country vacationing. That's the weird part. If I'm telling somebody, like, if I don't like a person, why would I even go over there with them people? I wouldn't go. It, like I say, yeah, it's not only strange, it's weird. It's weird. You say you're getting dual citizenship with some African country. That's my goal. I ain't gonna lie with y'all. I want two African citizenships, and of course, I'm gonna keep my American, of course, because I'm an FBA. But I want two African citizenships. I want two. You know, I've been doing my research on the countries, but I want two of them. That's my goal. Two African citizenships. That way, I can be like, let me give a shout out to Mark over there. Mark and Dr. Latasha. They did it right. I don't know if they got their citizenship or not, but they live there. They do good. So shout out to them. They ain't got like a Mark, like, I ain't got to deal with that no more. Like, yeah, I know. You know, he be laughing about that. He said, yeah, I come to the U.S., I visit my kids, I do my stuff I need to do in the U.S., and I carry myself right back to Johannesburg. I said, yeah. I said, I'm gonna be there one day, brother. I'm gonna follow your footsteps. I said, because as I get older, I just don't have patience. I never forget this brother I met in Costa Rica. Cool brother. I never forget this brother. He had on he was chilling. He had some Jordans on. He looked like he's about 62, 63. And we were talking on the airport, me and this brother, and he was like, yeah, you know, man, I retired, and man, I'm here. I'm here in Costa Rica, man. I'm chilling. And so we got to talk, and I said, well, how is it? You know, I said, over here, like, is it cool? He said, yeah, man. So I learned a lot of Spanish. I can speak Spanish, and man, they got black people here too. So I'm over, I'm definitely chilling with my people, that's for sure. And he said, man, all them years that we was fighting, fighting these people in America. He said, man, we were fighting hard, banging against these people, right? He said, but then it gets to a point that you just get tired of it. It's like some people don't want to fight these people. Some people just want to assimilate in the white supremacy. And he said, man, look, the younger people, they can fight it. He said, and I'm going to support them. He said, but man, he said, I seen the Klan. He was telling me all the stuff he seen, during that civil rights movement time, right? He said, man, I'm cool. I'm chilling. He said, but I pray for everybody in America. And he looked like he was so much at peace, this brother. He looked like he was so at peace. When he was talking to me, I said, man, because a lot of black men don't even have no peace like that. That's why we dying so soon, black men. We don't have no peace. Because not only you have a hard time being a man, that's just in general, just men in general. We ain't got to do with no color. Then on top of that, you a black man. That's even worse. And yes, a black man, everybody's against your behind. Of course, they're against black women as well. I'm not saying not against black women, but black men deal with it, I think, about times 10. And that's a whole conversation of a different day. But let me get to this situation with Drake real quick. I won't take too long talking about Drake. Because I want to, we got to stay within line. But your boy Drake filed a lawsuit against Universal Music Group. And let me get this up on the screen. Your boy Drake. Oh, wrong one, y'all. Wrong one. Hold on. Let me see here. What am I looking for? Think. Hold on. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. I think I gotta add another thing. Give me a second. Smart selection. Won't take me long, y'all. Boom, right there. All right, let's look at this real quick. won't take too much of your time, but I want to show you something about your boy Drake. So your boy Drake filed this lawsuit, and I want to kind of read some of this to y'all real quick. Now he's talking about, the Super Bowl is coming up, and the Super Bowl is coming up, so he's worried about basically Kendrick performing "They Not Like Us." But I want to point out something real quick in here while we got just a little bit more time left. It says UMG publishes a defamatory material. Okay, so on May 4th, 2024, pursuant to its publication and license rights, UMG published recording for streaming on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeart, all these different platforms, right? And made the recording available for purchase on Apple Music, Amazon Music. When viewed Spotify, Apple, all different platforms, right? It says since the defendant's initial publication of the recording has been streamed globally more than 990 million times on Spotify alone of the date of this filing. Boy, that's a lot of people to hear you getting dissed. It said the recording repeatedly accuses Drake of engaging in criminal acts, including pedophilia and other acts that would require registering as a sex offender and of being registered as a sex offender. They say within the first minute of recording, they said it identifies Drake by name and states that Lamar has heard that Drake has a predilection, for underage women. They're not women, that means underage children, not women. Women cannot be underage. Say, Drake, I heard you like them young. It said next line is thinly veiled threat that Drake should be careful that he never ends up in prison, a place where child predators are notoriously the targets of violence. And they should be. They should be. You say, you better not ever go to cell block 1, which we heard that in the song. As the recording continues to say that any woman who falls in love with Drake should be careful to hide her little sister from him. Okay. Next, in a perverse reference to Drake's 2021 album, Certified Lover Boy, certified pedophiles, right? In the play, it's on the dual meaning of minor, a person under the age of 18. In a musical scale, the recording says that Drake is trying to strike a chord and is probably A minor. It said later in the recording, Lamar describes Drake as Malibu's most wanted. Yeah. Okay, why didn't you explain that? Why would you mention that and not explain why he said that? If anybody saw Malibu's most wanted, you know about B-Rad, okay? If you've never seen Malibu's most wanted, watch it. It said the recording continues to say that Drake and the people in his circle used to be served with a subpoena. It said because the predator moves in flocks and asserts that Drake's name got to be registered and placed on a neighborhood watch. I'm going through this because I want to get to one part of this lawsuit, and I'll say, oh, Drake's career is done. It say the recording also repeatedly suggests that violence should be used against Drake because he's a pedophile. It said like the sound of someone being beat up, the recording repeats wop, 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 and then Lamar will, F him up. It said later the recording threatens that if Drake comes to Oakland where Lamar grew up, he will not make it out alive. So I think that Oakland show going to be your last stop. Now, see, this is Drake, y'all. Drake is done. If you going to file a lawsuit and can't go diss a man, you're done. Like you're not respected in hip hop anymore. Period. This seals your career. You might well go do EDM or something like that. Go with the folks. The recording makes clear that justice will be served not through the legal system and our commentary on social media. He said, F a caption, but through, it said physical violence. Want action, no action, I'm hands on, F around, get polished. It said, in the recording, the lyrics threateningly repeat, hey, 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 run for your life, hey, 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 run for your life. It said the recording contains numerous additional statements that imply the existence of evidence to support the allegations against Drake. The recording threatens that Lamar could reveal more secrets about Drake. It said, rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. And that the public would believe him. And say the audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey, Drake, they not slow. It said the recording continues by making reference to several Drake songs, Family Matters and God's Plan, accusing Drake of being a liar for denying allegations of criminality. You say the Family Matter and the Truth Matter. that said it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Okay, I mean, what's so bad about saying that? That's just a diss. The recording also makes a vulgar attack on Drake's brand, OVO. He said, what OVO for? He said the other is a vaginal option. He said, you know, of course, the word he used. He said, let me hear you say OV-ho, say OV-ho. And I can't believe y'all put all, so you're mad that he called you a hoe? Really? You put this in a lawsuit? I can get the part that, okay, if somebody's accusing you of being a pedophile and you're not, I can understand why you would go at them, but who cares about that, bro? Like, okay, that you know he's soft. Now, this is the part that I want to get to, number 62. And this one got a lot of people talking. Further in the recording, this is Drake's lawsuit. Further in recordings refrain that Drake is not like us. And those who heard the music know that Kendrick referred to, he's not like us. He's not FBA. He's not. He's nowhere near like us. His father is FBA, but he did not grow up underneath that father like that. He grew up underneath a Canadian lifestyle, Canada. He has a white mother that practiced Judaism, right? He had a bar mitzvah and all this other stuff. So I'm bringing that up for a reason. It's a recording alludes to Drake's Jewish heritage, saying Drake is not a colleague, but a effing colonizer. So what they're saying here, basically, ladies and gentlemen, they are saying it, but not saying that because Kendrick Lamar said that he's not a colleague, he's a colonizer, that he is anti-Semitic. When I read that line right there in this lawsuit, I said, man, I don't want to hear nothing Drake got to say. I don't want to hear no music from Drake. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm cool on Drake. Because when you go to that point, and they always try to do that to a black man. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to put that label on a black man. Every time you look up, they're trying to put that label on a black man. And I don't like that. That's not cool. Drake, that's not cool at all. And Drake needs the Fat Joe treatment. Drake needs the Fat Joe treatment. He do. Just like Fat Joe had to get understood that he wasn't welcome in the culture no more. When I read that in that lawsuit, and Drake, that's his lawyer put that out. Drake approves of that. Yeah, I'm cool on that. I am cool on that. I'm cool. Drake, this culture is ran by FBAs, not you. And FBAs make a decision who we want in the culture and who not. See, what Drake and people like Drake not liking is that FBAs is gatekeeping now. And we're saying you can be in the culture, you can't. And when we say you can't, you gotta go. Understand? Because Kendrick he put out a record. It was good, dissing you, fine. But if the people say, you know what? Yeah, we cool on him. We cool. But filing this lawsuit, and now the interesting part is he did not even put him as a defendant in the lawsuit. It was actually against Universal Music Group. It wasn't actually Kendrick's name. Kendrick is not being sued. Because, see, that's what he's trying to do. Well, I ain't suing Kendrick. I'm suing the label. So we are talking about, I ain't suing him. It's the label I'm getting at, bruh. You got Kendrick's name all in it. That's why you're suing him. But you're alluding to he's an anti-Semite. Yeah, I have a rule about that. When people start using that kind of language, I don't talk to you no more. I just because I know what country I live in. And I just know what happens after that. So I'm like, bro, you use that kind of language to me. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool with you. I'm cool. Because now, if Kendrick wanted to come at him about that statement, I could, man, yeah. That'll be interesting. But I'm done. Yeah, Drake. Yeah, you say Drake needs to be out of this culture. Man, I really believe he's already on the way out, and he knows it. That's why he's desperate to try to do what he's doing. But the thing is, Drake is going to realize the hard way. He's not going to defeat that label. He's not going to defeat. Listen, if those labels and all that got put, all these different these entities, they got Puffy jammed up, and Puffy was way bigger, way more deeper tied in than Drake could ever be. And speaking about Puffy, they were talking about there's 9 freak off tapes that the government has, and of course they had to turn over the tapes to Puffy's attorney. And according to what people who saw it outside of even the government, they said that it looks like it was all consensual and they were all adults doing some old freaky deaky things. They said, from what I'm hearing, they said nothing looked forced. And if they build their whole case off a freak out, it's not illegal to be a freak. As long as you're not forcing nobody to do nothing, as long as you're not doing nothing with children, or trafficking people, or whatever the case may be, but their whole thing was these freak off tapes. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. And then Trump coming in now, you don't know what's gonna happen with that case. You just don't know, right? But yeah, and you trust me, they got dirt on. Oh, you mentioned Drake about to be Diddy. Oh, you think Universal Music Group and them type of people don't have dirt on him? Please. It won't be long. If he was to win that case against them, every woman you think of be coming out left and right, starting to sue Drake, and then Drake will be getting charges. I'm telling you, I know how these people operate. They let you do dirt, record it, and all that stuff, and then they say, hey, well, I got you on tape, so if you gonna play ball or what? So I guess Drake forget the hand that fed him. Universal Music Group gave him a $400 million deal. And then he gonna turn around and bite the hand that's feeding him? It is what it is. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on the stream tonight. We really appreciate it. Make sure to click the subscribe button. Make sure to click the like button. That's very important, the like button. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Should be on time. Should be on time tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our live stream. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app. So you can be there for the Friday live stream. Don't miss out. That's our exclusive live stream. And more updates about we almost wrapping up with the Slay Queen show. Getting good. I'm liking how that's turning out. There's a lot of things behind the scenes going on. So but that stuff will be featured on the app. So on top of that. So thank you.